Wow. So what it do, cause I am back. So we're gonna talk about some serious stuff now. Is the New Year's coming up and it always comes up, budgeting. And I feel as though I'm pretty with it. I feel as though in the past I've had a tendency of like setting some extremely unrealistic budgeting goals. So I'm doing my best to do a better job at setting realistic goals, knowing that I have bills to pay. I can't live off of $20 a week. It's unrealistic. So we might bump it up to 21. I'm kidding. Still unrealistic. Because of course there's unexpected things that come up, miscellaneous things that you have to pay for, keeping in mind that what is it called? Apple Music might eat before you. And even though you might not be happy about it, it might happen sometimes. But let me stop rambling and get into it. So, there are a few methods that I currently use and will continue to implement throughout 2020. So, the first one that I use is Mint. And of course, many of you have heard about Mint. You upload your credit card information, your debit, your savings and checking account information so that you can keep track of how much money you have and whether you're in the positive or in the negative. And it also breaks down where you spend the most money. For me, the main place that I spend money is rent, of course. I always try to keep my spending for the month less than what my rent is. And I feel as though that helps me. But moreover into Mint, it'll break down to show you spent $100 this month spending. And within the app, you can also set up budgets in which you do not want to exceed. And then say for instance you have a budget of $50 for spending within 1 month and you spend over $50 within the month. It'll send you an email notification or a notification directly to your phone informing you that you have exceeded your budget. And it's something that's just cool to keep in mind. And along with that, it gives you this really nice pie chart showing you any and everything that you really need to know about your spending habits so that you can strategically adjust them for the future. Another reason that I like this app is that although it's a little intimidating, it'll show you if your net worth is in the negatives. So basically, if you have your credit cards and your saving and checking all uploaded in there, you are able to see like the net balance. And like if your credit card amount exceeds your saving and checking amount, it'll say negative XYZ variable. So I feel as though that's also something really cool. When I was using Mint, intentionally, I was extremely timid about putting my college loans on there because of course it's always going to be negative. So I didn't put those on there. But now that leads me over to my other way of budgeting. Because I've noticed with me, I like to have everything in one place, because if everything is over here and over here and over here, I can't really see exactly what I want. So I have another app called Prism. And within that app, I'm actually able to have all my credit cards, my saving and checking, my loans, all in one concise place. And then it also has tabs of cash, meaning your saving and checking, which is your liquid cash. And then it also has a tab for your credit cards. It has a tab for your loans. And you are also able to upload when you will get paid. Like, so for me, I have a main job and then of course I have side hustles. I pay for my own rent and tuition, so gotta make it do what it do. So, you know. So it'll also send you reminders of when rent is due, when your phone bill is due, when the car note is due, things of that nature. So you're able to actually see when all those items are due within the calendar, and it also shows you all of the pay dates. Another thing that Prism offers is to automatically pay your bills for you. Now, of course, still using your own funds, but it's just the fact that you don't have to think about it at all. Personally, I haven't signed up for that portion because I don't like trusting other people moving my money. I like to move my money myself. So that is one of the features that they offer, but I have not taken them up on it because I like to manually see that transaction be complete. So for me, whenever I open up that app, it asks me to sign up for them to pay my accounts for me, and I haven't signed up for that because I personally don't like that, because I don't want there to be some style of discrepancy to where Prism says, oh, we paid it for you, but my the person that's over the apartment complex is calling me talking about we have placed a late fee on your account because you have not paid your rent. That's an extra $25-$50 that I would have to pay, and I could have just done it myself. I might have trust issues with money, but that's okay because it's my money. I got a little chart down here, so if you see me looking down, that's why. Okay, Qapital. Now, none of these places are sponsoring me. I wish I knew. But Qapital. I loved Qapital. And if you notice, ooh, this is too tight. Ooh, baby, I can't get a headache today. But if you noticed, I used past tense. And that is because Qapital used to be free. And the whole idea of the app is to save money without even thinking about it. And I loved it. They give you like you can sign you when it was free. I'll preface it by that. When it was free, you could sign up, get a card, and then you can have money automatically saved, and you could have rules set up. Like, say for instance, I have a guilty pleasure of going to Chick-fil-A, Panera Bread, and Chipotle. And my guilty pleasure rule was if I went to those places, it automatically saved $5 and put it into the Qapital account. There's also another rule where you can save up all the coins, basically all the change. So basically, if you spend $1.50, it'll save 50 cents. If you spend $1.95, it'll save 5 cents, and so on and so forth. It'll just round up to the next dollar, or even next $5, $10 if you wanted to. It's all very customizable. And then moreover, with the card, you can have a spending account within Qapital. So for me, I would have a savings account, free savings account within Qapital. And then every week I would have $20 transferred on to my Qapital card. So I would leave all my credit cards and debit card at my apartment, and I would only go to class with my ID, my school ID, and that Qapital card that only has $20 on it. And that would force me to only spend $20 a week. But earlier, maybe a month or two ago, they placed a fee, and I think it's a monthly fee of $8 a month to have that same service. And I was just like, I'm not doing that. You want me to pay you to save money? No, I can just be more disciplined. So once they enacted that membership fee, I withdrew. So that was one of the huge cons. But I recently received an email stating that I can continue my same membership without paying anything and receive all of the same amazing amenities that I could previously. But little do they know, right when they sent that email that I would have to pay $8 every month, I cut up the card and closed the account. So another option is Digit. However, I can't give much information regarding Digit because I only used it in high school, and that was 4+ years ago. And really, I was using Digit my senior year of high school. So if you'd like to look up more information about that, by all means. I'm unsure if they charge. I'm unsure if they give a card like Qapital. If I find another app, free app, that saves automatically and doesn't charge and also allows to give a card, I will lob it y'all's way. I hope my elbows weren't ashy. Okay. Chime. Chime is an online banking account. It's just a free banking account, so that's a way to help you cut costs, and that should really be in part 2, the sequel, but you're gonna have to wait on that one. You gotta finish this video and then subscribe and then like go to the next one and turn the notifications on. And then of course the old school way of budgeting and saving, envelopes. If you feel as though you just swipe, you saw that here, okay, you feel like you just swipe your card all the time, but it legitimately hurts to hand over that $20 bill and break that 20, you might want to take out a portion of your paycheck and put it in cash. I know that, well, currently my boyfriend and I use that system. So we want to travel in the future and we save it all in cash in a jar. So that's also another option to do for yourself and with your significant other. So those are just some of the options. If you all would like for me to look at show you all other options, I would be more than happy to do more videos regarding it. And check below oh god, for the link so that you can easily find the places that the platforms that I use to save. Please don't look for a link for the jar. I mean, I could give you a little linky link to Hobby Lobby. I'm kidding. Walmart, because it's cheaper, for a jar, a mason jar, a large mason jar. And I may even put a link down there for Hobby Lobby because, Hobby Lobbies actually have sales every other or every day. So like there's always a 40% off coupon, but that's another video.